So reverse function returns URL defined inside URLs dot what here? Py. So actually, you can define this URL by using path. You can define this URL by using path, right? So actually, how you define the URL? You define the URL by using URL. You define the URL. Okay. But a URL can be accessed with what here? Name. See, URL is having two things. One is URL and one more is a name. So what do you do in path? Within the path, here you define what? URL. Within the path, here you define the URL. And here you define what name? Uname. And comma followed by which one here? Name. Here you are defining a name. Okay, this is a name. It means you are accessing this URL with what here? Name. You are accessing this URL with what here? Name. So you can say name is what now? Alias. Alias of which one? URL. Or this URL is stored inside this variable. And what is that variable here? Name. So that what is the advantage of reverse is you can avoid hard coding the URLs. The advantage, so the advantage of a reverse is accessing URL with what? Name. You are accessing this URL by using what here? Name. So this avoids what it avoids? Using or hard coding URL. What is hard coding URL is? You can write directly here URL. Here you can write URL. What you can write directly will say, suppose if the URL is some EMP view, I'll write URL as what here? EMP view. But whenever there is a change in URL, see, whenever there is a change in what? URL, if this URL is used in 100 views, if this URL is used in how many views? 100 views, then I have to change how many views? 100 views. That becomes what? Very complex. Because of that, you are accessing this URL by using which one? You are accessing this URL by using which one? Name. If any changes in URL, you do changes in what? URL. Without doing any changes in what? Name. So maintaining your code becomes what? Easy. Maintaining your code becomes what? Easy. Because you are accessing with what here? Name. This URL you are accessing with what here? Name. If I'm using directly this URL in my views, if I'm using this URL directly in my views, if I'm using this URL in 100 views, suppose I'm accessing this view in 100 views. 100 views are there. In 100 views, I'm using this URL. I'm using this URL in how many views? 100 views. If any changes in URL, I have to do changes in how many views? 100 views. Well, that becomes very complex or not? Yes. To avoid that, you don't write it directly which one? URL. You don't write it directly which one? URL. But you are accessing that with what here? Name. If any changes are there in URL, you do changes here only. Okay, if you do changes here, that is applicable to how many views? All the views. That is applicable to how many views? All the views. Okay, so how can you access the URL with the name? For that, you are using which function? Reverse function. So reverse function returns URL defined inside URLs.py. So the advantage of reverse is accessing URL with what? Name. So this avoids hard coding URL and maintaining code. So maintaining code becomes what here? Easy. Maintaining your code also becomes what here? easy. So that is the advantage of using which function here? Reverse function. That is an advantage of using reverse. And you have a reverse and you have reverse lazy. Both are same, but reverse lazy. Lazy is nothing but when it required. When it required, then only it will translate. When it required, then only it will translate. But when it comes to the reverse, it will check first only whether this URL is exist or not. Right? So it is only for verifying whether that name is exist or not. So that is nothing but reverse and reverse lazy. Right? In the place of reverse lazy, you can also use which one? Reverse. No problem. You understood what is the use of reverse is? You can use a reverse function to access this URL with what? Name. Why you are accessing this URL with the name? Because to avoid what? Hard coding what? URL. Means using directly URL within the code. If you are using directly URL within the code, if there is a changes in URL, you have to do changes in all the views. That can be avoided by accessing with what here? Name. Accessing with the name, right? So, okay. Now this is done. This is which view now? Update view. And understood this one? Okay. So update view is updating which model? EMP model. And update view, update view, update where you are updating data by creating which form? EMP form. And this EMP form is rendered in which template? EMP update underscore template dot HTML. And successful updation. Now, what is the success URL is? List EMP. Now, this is what we have seen in the last class. So now I try to run the server here. Okay. So this is what we have seen. So here, what will happen when I click on update? So when I click on update, now these details are opened within the form, right? So it means you are calling this update view by sending a value. What is the value of sending here? 3. 3 is nothing but employee number, right? So here I want to update. Okay, I want to update job from sales to what? HR. Now once I say save, now this job is changed from sales to what? HR, right? So whichever details you want to update, just click on that and update it. So whenever you save it, what will happen? It will send a request to the same view or different view, same view. Yes, ma'am. Whenever you click on the save, the request is sent to the same view or different view, same view. If you click on save, now you can see this salary is been what here? Updated. It is updated to how much here? 50,000. Right? Understood? What is here? Yes or no? So now next we'll say delete and we'll say how to customize. Okay. So there is another view. And what is the name of the view is delete. EMP delete view. EMP delete view. And this inherits. Which view here? Delete view. So there is one view class. And what is the name of the view class? Delete view. Comma. What is this here? Delete view. SS delete view. Okay. So you find all these predefined view classes into which module? Generic module. So here you want to delete from which model? You want to delete from which model? Just give the model class name. I'm writing your model, which class? Model class name. And what is the model class name? EMP model. You are deleting from which model? EMP model. EMP model refers to which table? EMP table. EMP model refers to which table? EMP table. Means you are deleting record from which table? EMP table. Then next is, now here, is it you required a form? Is it you required a form? If you require a form, then you put a form class. Okay. You can render the data within the form and display if it is required. If it is not required, you can just give the template name. So what this template will do, it will display, suppose I want to display whose details, employee details like employee number, and then I want to say whether you want to delete yes or no. If you say yes, then that employee should delete from what? Table. If you say no, that employee details should not be deleted from table, right? So EMP model and then define the template name. Which template? Suppose EMP what? Delete underscore template dot HTML. Now this is a template where you are rendering it. Yes. And then success URL. I'm just writing here success URL means unsuccessful deletion. Unsuccessful deletion. What I want to do? I want to call. I want to call one view. What is the name of the view? List EMP. Now I use reverse. I said no, you can use reverse lazy or reverse. What is the difference is reverse will find out before calling it only whether this is available or not. But reverse lazy, it will find whether this name is valid or invalid when you call it at the time of calling. That is where you find the difference between reverse and what? Reverse lazy. Lazy evaluation. Lazy evaluation. That's it. Okay, right? So then reverse, but I need to import reverse. But where is the reverse is available in URLs? You can use reverse or you can use reverse lazy, right? So this is done here. List TMP only. What is the name of this? Name I've given, right? So just open the project. So what is the name of this urls.py? So what is the name I've given? List EMP. Okay, right? So, but here, yes. I say no, it is used. You can call it. You can call the URL by using a name. So what is the name of this? List EMP. So I just use list EMP. Let me see both. So just run the server here. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can also use reverse, but here you don't have this. Which one is not there? EMP delete template.html is there or not there? Not there. So we have to create one template. What is the name of the template? EMP delete template.html. EMP delete.html. Now I try to create a template. Just go to the templates folder. So create EMP delete underscore template dot HTML. And this HTML, in this HTML, what I need to do is I need to read the details of what employee, which employee you want to delete. Now here I define the context. I define the context object name. How you want to access this context object? I want to access this context object with what name? EMP. So this EMP is nothing but what here? Query set. This EMP is what now? Query set name. And what is the name of the query set here? EMP. Who execute the query? Get method. Who execute the query? Get method. Execute the query by which method? Get method. Okay, right? Then after that, now what is the context object name? EMP. Context object name is what? EMP. Right? So now here what I'm doing is I'm trying to display the message. What is the message I'm displaying now? This is this is a form, and what is the request method is post. What is the request method is post. Okay. Now here I'm trying to display the message. Okay, employee number. So what is the employee number is emp dot what? Employee number. So I displayed the employee number and then I'm saying want to delete this employee details. Delete this employee what? Details. You want to delete this employee details. And if you say yes, now this is input type. Input type equal to what now? Submit. Input type equal to submit and value equal to what here? Save. What is the value I've given? Save. Now once you click on this submit button, as a request is sent to the same view or different view? Same view. But this time what is the request method is? Post. The request method is a post. Right? Now you don't want to save. Then what you can do? You can put one more link. You can put one link. What is that link is? Cancel. If I click on cancel, then I should move to which view? List view. So that you can add it. But here I put only one button. And what is the name of this button is? Save. Okay, right? Then whenever you are sending a request to this view, whenever you are sending the request to this view, you are sending the request to the view by giving what here? Primary key value. See, whenever you click on this, see here. Whenever you click on this, see, whenever you click on update or whenever you click on delete, whenever you click on update or whenever you click on what? Delete. See here in list view, what is the name of this list? EMP list template. See here. Whenever you click on, see, when you click on update, what you are sending? You are sending a request to which view? Update EMP by sending which one? Employee number. It means this update EMP view, it is receiving which one? Employee number. Means you are sending this as a part of which one? URL. You are sending as a part of which one? URL. But are you sending as a part of request to get method, post method? No. You are concatenating with what? URL. You are concatenating with the URL. You are concatenating with the URL and sending to which one? View. Now view is having parameters or not? Yes. But this data is stored in request object? No. Which data is stored in request object? Which data is stored in request object? The data which is sent by using get method and post method. But this is sent by using get and post method? No. You are sending as one parameter or argument to which one? View. You are sending this as one parameter or argument to what? View. Okay. So here also you are sending a request. What you are trying to do? You are trying to send a request. URL. What is the name of the view? What is the name of the view? Delete EMP. And to this also you are sending row dot. What is that? Employee number. Employee number you are sending it. So whenever you click on delete button, the request is sent to which view? Delete EMP view. See here. It is sending a request to which view? Delete EMP view. Now I'll just write path. And what is the path I'm giving? Delete EMP. To this, you are sending one argument, right? What you are sending? See here. What you are sending? Employee number. Now this employee number should received or not? Yes. Okay. Now that employee number is which key? Primary key. You can give any name. But by default, every primary key is referred with what name? PK. That is nothing but primary key. Any name you can give. There's no rule like you have to give PK only. Any name you can give it. So this is which key value? Primary key value, right? It means what this view is doing is it is reading the details of this employee. It is reading the details of this employee, and that employee details you are rendering into which template? Emp delete template dot html. Okay, it is reading. Which one is reading here? Delete employee view is reading the details of this employee and rendering. You are rendering into which template? Emp delete template dot html. With confirmation you'll get whether you want to delete yes or no. If you say yes, then what will happen? Delete. Then import this view. Okay, so what is the name of the view? Delete. What is the name of the view? Delete. Emp delete view, and this should be a callable. For that I'm saying as a view, comma, name equal to what? Delete emp. So I try to refer with the same name. Okay, right? Fine. Then this is done. Now here you have to put comma. So list values are separated with a comma here, right? Fine. Then save this template also. Okay, na? So anything else? Anything else? Okay, just run this. Now here you have all the details. Okay, now this is for what here? Update. Okay, I said save. Okay, then I want to delete. Now this row I want to delete. Click on delete. Now you have save submit button, right? So employee number what? 99. Now delete this employee details. So there is a mistake. What is the mistake? Submit button spelling. Submit. So first it will send a request using which method? Get method. So once you run this, okay, now these are employee details. Now which employee you want to delete? Yes. So what is the employee number is? 99. Delete this employee details. If I say save, oh, CSRF, which one is missing here? CSRF token. CSRF underscore token. And this is percentage. So whenever you send a request using a post method, it has to be sent along with what? Key. Now just click on delete and click on save. Now you can see this employee get what here? Deleted. Is it 99 employees there or not there? Not there. So when I click on delete, now if I say save, now this employee is what here? Deleted. Hang on. So but we have done this by writing a simple view. How many inputs I have given? 3 inputs. Model is given, template name is given, success URL is given, and one more is what? Context object name is given. That's all. But are you right get and post methods? No. Suppose if this delete view is not there, everything you have to write. Rendering you should write it. You should generate a response. Everything should be written by whom? Programmer. So the advantage of this views is class-based views, generic views is don't repeat yourself. Means don't write the code again and again. Okay, now this is create list view, update view, and one more is what? Delete view. But I want to create. The next one is what? Create. Means I want to insert data. I want to insert the data. Then how can I insert the data? Here I am writing one view. And what is the name of the view? EMP create view. This is nothing but creating employee. This is nothing but creating employee. It's nothing but inserting. Then I'm saying here create view. I'm inheriting which class? Create view class. Create a view class. Now import one view. And what is that name of the view? Create view. So create view is inherited. Then after that, I need to write what is this create view is having. Okay. So what is a create view required? Now you are inserting data in which model? EMP model. So just give the input. What is the input is EMP model. Then next is template name. So I should give the template name. So what is the template name I'm giving is now this is EMP. So EMP create underscore template dot HTML. EMP create underscore template dot HTML, right? Then success URL unsuccessful unsuccessful creation. It should display what list EMP. But here I'm not using any context, but I should use which one form because you required a form. You required an empty form or not? Yes, you required an empty form. Empty form you required. What is the name of the form? EMP form. You required a form. What is the name of that? EMP form, where you enter the data and click on save button. Okay, now you have to create one template. And what is the name of this? EMP create underscore template dot HTML. So just select the templates and then create. So I want to create this template and this is my template, right? So in this template, so in this template, okay, so in this template, so I'm writing here form method, form method. Now you are sending a request by using which method? Post method. Then you should render the form. Then you are saying table. So you are inserting as a table. And here you are saying insert form dot as what here? Table. You are inserting form as a table. Then after that, you are trying to create one button, table row and table data and input type equal to what here? Submit. So value equal to what here? Save. Value equal to save. That's all. CSRF token. Okay. CSRF token. Yes. So whenever you send a request by using which method? Post method. Post is a secured, but how it is secured? By sending which one? Tokens, right? By sending a tokens, right? So input type equal to submit and value equal to what here? Save, right? Okay, fine. Then next is you have to write which one? URLs. URLs and in list. Okay, now in list template.html, what will I do is I create one link for creation. Okay, outside the table, above the table, above the table, I just create one link. So this is right. And here I'm creating one link. And what is the name of this here? Create. Create employee. Yes, says create employee. And this you are calling it. So percentage URL. And here I'm giving URL as a create EMP or anything you can give. But I'm not sending any data to this because what is the request method is? I mean, this request method is a get. This request method is what? Get. So I'm not sending any data here. I just give the URL name as what? Create EMP. So once you click on this link, it will send the request to which one? Create EMP. It will send a request to which view? Create EMP. So path. And what is the path I'm giving? Create. Create what? EMP. Comma. What is the name of the view? EMP create view. EMP create view as what here? View, comma, name. Name equal to what? Create EMP. So I don't give any hyphen underscore. I have not given. So this is name and this is URL, right? Then after that, understood this one? In EMP list, I added one hyperlink. Means once you click on this hyperlink, the request is sent to which view? Create EMP view. See here, this is create EMP view. What is the name of the class? Create EMP view. When you click on hyperlink, clicking on hyperlink is nothing but which request? Get request or post request? Get request. If the request method is a get, what this view is doing? It is rendering. It is rendering this form. It is rendering this form into which template? EMP create template dot HTML and sending a response or not? Yes. Then once you get that template, in that template you enter the data and click on which button? Save. Once you click on the button save, the request is come to the same view or different view? Same view. But this time what is the request method is? Post. In post what it is doing? It is creating a record and storing data. But are you right that logic? No. That logic is not written by you. That logic is already there in which method? Post method inherited from which class? Create view class. That code already there. Already there. That code already there in which view? Create view class. Okay, right? Now run this code. So now you have a button, I mean link here. So already we did this. Update is over, delete is over. Now this is what? Create. Oh, what is the mistake? Percent is missing. Sorry. In list, which one is missing? Okay, right? Now this is get request. Now this is which form now? Empty form. Here you enter the details. Here you enter the details. Name of the employee. This is name of the employee. This is job of the employee. And this is what? Salary. And click on the save button. Now you can see one employee get added or not. Yes. So this is a 99. This employee is added or not? Yes. Now click on create employee. So just give the employee details. Employee number. This is employee number and this is name of the employee and this is job of the employee and this is what here? Salary. Just click on the save button. Now you can see this employee get added. Understood? But it is done by using which view? It is done by using which view? Create view. Actually, if you want to create, you have to use a model.objects.create. Yes or no? So we have done with the model form validating whether it is correct or not. If it is a correct, then what do you do it? Redirect. All this you need to write it. But are you writing all that code? Are you writing all that code? No, you are not writing all that code because that code is inherited from which class? View class. Always the request is processed by using get and post methods. And that get and post methods are inherited from which class here? View class. And what is the name of this view is? Create view. Right? So next we'll see another view. How many views are there? How many view classes? List view. And second is what? Update view. Third is what? Delete view. And fourth is create view. And next one is details view. There's one more view is there. What is the name of that? Details view. Details view is to read the details of one employee. And you can do that by using which view? Details view. You want to read the details of one employee. Okay. So there is a class, but this is querying. This is used for searching an employee. This is used for what? Searching an employee. Now there is a class. And what is the name of the class here? EMP details. EMP details view. And this is which view now? Details view. So why we are using a details view? To read the details of one employee. To read the details of one employee. Okay, right? So now I need to import this. What is the name of this class is? Details view. Name of the class is details view. See, this is retrieving only get method. No post method. Huh? It is only which method? Get method. What you have to do is you have to input the details of, you need to enter employee number. Based on that employee number, it will get what? Details. Okay. So now here, what I am doing is model. From where you want to read the details? Okay, from where or which model you want to read the details? EMP model. So what is the name of the class? EMP model. Name of the class is EMP model, and you have to give what name? Template name. In which template you want to display these details? So template name, and what is the template name is EMP details. Okay, EMP details, EMP details underscore template dot HTML. And in this template, I want to render now context object name. I want to access this context query set. I want to access the query set with what name? EMP details view. Okay, right now this is details view. So what is the name of the class here? Detail view. Detail view, not details. I'm I'm just telling you, but what is the name of the class is? Detail view, right? Okay, now this will read the details and it will try to, now you need to render the details into which table, which template? EMP details dot HTML. EMP details dot HTML. So create a template. I said no, if you want to explore any class, you want to see any, if you want to explore the class, so this is nothing but employee details. Here I should render employee details. I'm rendering employee details as one paragraph. Paragraph. Okay, paragraph. And this is whose details? Employee number. Insert EMP dot employee number. So will it give the line break automatically? I should give line break. Tell me here. I should give line break. It will give line break automatically. What happened here? You people are masters in HTML. Tell me. Line break gives a line break. I should write a. I should write. I should write BR line breaker. I should write a. Not required. Required, right? Required. Why? Then what is the paragraph uses? What is the use of paragraph then? I can write directly, right? EMP dot. What is the name of this? Salary. Okay. So this is as what here? Paragraph. So this is one paragraph. If you want line break, then use what here? Line break. So line break. Different paragraphs. Okay. So I should create number of paragraphs. Okay, right? See, formatting, I'm not doing it because formatting, it will take a lot of time. But finally, when we develop a project, at that time, I'll tell you that because you already know CSS and all the things, right? Because of that, I'm not telling you the formatting. So I put this inside a paragraphs. Okay, then after this, I put here, now this is only getting details. You are reading the details of a specific employee, right? You are reading the details of a specific employee. Okay, right. Now see here. Now this is, I'm writing here Python manage dot py. And what is the name of this here? Shell.